Hi, my name is Mark Harrison. This is my 321 presentation. I'm 56 years old and I'm married with 3 grown children. I'm a math teacher and the School Improvement Team chairperson at Manchester Valley High School in Manchester, Maryland. I currently teach Algebra 2, but I've taught all of the math courses from 7th grade math through AP Calculus BC. I've been a math teacher for 15 years. Before that, I was an instrumental music teacher for 16 years. I've taught elementary school, middle school, and high school students. One primary characteristic is my many years of experience teaching different subjects at different levels to many different types of students. I have seen just about all there is to see from students, so not much surprises me. I try not to be one of those teachers who reflect on how much better students were in times past. There were plenty of poor students then too. It's just that we remember the highlights when we reflect. The second primary characteristic is that one of my goals as an educator is to create positive relationships with students. I do not base the relationship on whether the student in question is high achieving or not. It's certainly easier to develop relationships with students who are already engaged, but I always held out hope that disengaged students will find a way back. For that reason, I do not burn bridges with students, even when they seem apathetic. I have seen other teachers who are insistent and demanding, and sometimes this works, but other times it alienates students so that any hope for productivity is lost. A third characteristic may seem out of place with my level of experience. Despite my age, I'm comfortable using technology as a teaching tool. I have successfully implemented a station rotation model in my classes. I do not care for innovation without a valid educational purpose, but I incorporate new apps into my instruction where they fit a need. Rita Pearson's point is that students need to feel that teachers care about them. Equally important, students need to know that teachers feel they are capable. Ms. Pearson tells the story of explaining to her students that they were chosen because they were the best. This seems extreme, but it is important that students believe they can accomplish tasks with a reasonable degree of effort. Here is a connection with the reading, since this is the essence of efficacy described in the Carol Ames article. Ames goes on to describe goal theory and classroom structures that contribute to mastery goal orientation. Goal theory states that there are 2 primary orientations: mastery orientation and performance orientation. Mastery orientation is associated with positive educational outcomes. Performance orientation, although useful in some circumstances, is not as beneficial. To increase the likelihood that students will adopt a mastery orientation, teachers can adopt the TARGET framework. The acronym stands for Task, Authority, Recognition, Grouping, Evaluation, and Time. A connection with Ms. Pearson's video is recognition. Praise, a type of recognition, can be part of building the relationship with students. We tend to praise some students more than others, so we need to be mindful of equity. Praise must be handled carefully, though, because it does not always have the desired effect. To be effective for teachers and students, it is best that praise be given for effort. In this way, students may see the connection between effort and success at learning tasks. The student with a mastery orientation views effort as central to success. One area that I hope to develop is to allow students more choice. I feel I'm student-centered in that I build positive relationships with students, but because of my background and experiences, I find it too easy to take charge and be in control all of the time. By allowing meaningful choice, I think I can make learning more meaningful for students. This is part of the target framework, since this choice could apply to task, certainly authority, possibly grouping, and time. I also find it extremely difficult to be mastery-oriented in a setting in which the grades in classes are tied to high-stakes outcomes. In the case of this class that I am taking, reimbursement and certification, I do hope to learn more about how to meet the individual needs of students, especially in an online setting.